Yo, what's up? My name is Petralis. Welcome back to another episode of Road to Pokemon in Season 3. This is going to be an insane episode because we're covering the launch of Alpha Pokemon. These are new Pokemon bringing hidden abilities into Pokemon. It's a really big deal. It's an incredible passive money-making method, being able to log on and catch these Alpha Pokemon. I'm constantly sitting in queues, waiting to catch these things. They make a ton of money. I'm excited how much pretty passive income in Pokemon we can make throughout this episode and throughout this series. I didn't expect this episode to end up being as dedicated to Alpha Pokemon as I expected it to be. But you know what? That's how it played out. I was on vacation for much of this recording. I'm actually recording the intro after I'm done all the recording of this, which is kind of funny. I don't usually do that, but it's how it played out as I was on vacation during all the recording for all of this. So hopefully you guys still enjoy. It was a lot of fun. And if you want to see loots from a ton of different Alpha Pokemon and just see the kind of Pokemon out there that can be made, this is a great video and a great way to get into Pokemon or get into Alpha Swarm. So hopefully this video is enjoyable. I'll see you guys with the first catch. Well, this is exciting. This is actually the first Alpha Pokemon I'm going to be able to catch on my Cool Duder account. That's really, really cool. I haven't been able to participate in this yet during this account, and I'm excited. This is awesome. It's been tough because I haven't been able to log in. Obviously, a lot of people are having issues logging in the queue and everything. I've been able to catch most Alpha Pokemon on my main account, but not on my alt account. So it's really exciting. This time, I literally was lucky enough to be able to just log on without any queue. For whatever reason, there was literally zero queue this time. So that was just incredible. That was super, super awesome to see. Now, I know that I'm not going to do nearly enough damage with this Breloom, I'm pretty sure. Unless I Mach Punch. Honestly, Mach Punch might end up doing enough damage. Nah, 14%. Absolutely not. Please don't destroy me. Will-O-Wisp. Honestly, if Will-O-Wisp... Actually, no, it couldn't because I'm toxic. That's perfect. So I'm just going to respore this thing. I'm going to switch out, probably go over to something like Dragonite and just go for... I kind of want to Surf it, but I think Surf will kill it. I'm honestly not sure. Kind of a weird situation here. Let's head on over to... How about... Let's go Typhlosion, I guess. It doesn't have Flash Fire for sure. You know that it has the one move, so honestly I'm okay with going Typhlosion and just going for like a flamethrower, maybe even Eruption. I'm scared Eruption will kill, honestly, with Choice Specs. I'm gonna go for, actually this one not modest though, it's gentle. I'm gonna go for flamethrower just to play it safe. Yeah, 20% damage, I'm okay with that. Make it really safe and just make sure I get this catch. Imagine Hornsby back doing 30%, but honestly I don't mind just chipping away my Typhlosion to chip away his Rapidash. Okay, so I actually crit there. That was super scary. You saw me crit do 33%, but thankfully it was the perfect amount of HP where it didn't die. It totally worked out. So I'm going to switch over to my Ursaring here, hopefully trying to sacrifice it so I can bring in Breloom, go for the Spore, and then go for the catch. Nice, perfect. This was actually the easiest Alpha Pokemon to catch on both my main account and on the alt account, so that's always super cool to see. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to stock up on repeat balls or timer balls. Timer balls are really the best for this. That is a huge mistake by me. I definitely need to get timer balls on this account. Are you kidding me? I don't have any timer balls. Do I really have no problem, though? Almost. That would have been really lucky if I caught that first Ultra Ball, but hopefully it stays asleep. We'll see. I definitely need to stock up on timer balls on this account. They're just like the best Pokeball right now. Timer balls are so good. There goes my sleeper. That is unfortunate. I mean, I deserve it. I made that mistake of not preparing. So, yet, hilariously, I'm probably going to wipe to the Rapidash there. That was actually my last Ultra Ball chance. So, my last Typhlosion is probably going to go down here. I'm probably going to lose to this thing, which is hilarious. Thankfully, with Alphas, you literally just have to challenge it again. So, I'm going to go ahead and let myself faint, go buy some timer balls, and take this thing on again. But it is pretty funny. Alright, timer balls achieved. If you don't know, you can buy them on the second floor here on the shopping mall in Unova. That's where I always go. The shopping mall in either Celadon City in Kanto or to the west of Unova, here to the west of Oplucid City, is fantastic to get timer balls. Pretty much any item you need in Pokemon, any item you can buy, can be found in shopping malls. They're seriously, seriously OP. Alright, I was able to catch it even though my Breloom died again and I didn't have a way to spore it, but I put it to low HP and I just threw a couple of timer balls and it worked, and that shows how good timer balls are. And bam, that's my first 3x31. That's awesome. My first 3x31 Alpha Pokemon, getting it on the alt, ironically enough. That's awesome. Unfortunately, it is female, which makes it for a little bit cheaper of a Pokemon, because I think people are not really going for Rapidash. They really want to get a male Rapidash to use as a breeder, but still, 3x31, can't be too upset about that. I'm super happy about it. Yeah, just a great catch. Super happy to get the first Alpha Pokemon on the alt account as well. That feels really cool and really satisfying. Alright, just caught another alpha Pokemon on Cool Duder. This thing was a pain to catch and I was running out of time, but thankfully we did get the alpha Arcanine. 2 times 31, 31 attack, and 31 speed. Those are really just some of the best IVs I could have gotten on it, so definitely pretty happy with that. What is the hidden ability on this thing? Justified, so similar to Lucario, has that justified ability, raises the attack when hit by a dark type move. I don't know how relevant that's going to be, especially because pretty sure Arcanine has Intimidate, right? I feel like Intimidate is just by far the better ability, even Flash Fire. I feel like Justified is pretty much never the better ability there, so I don't see it being used, but maybe you could go tanky Arcanine with extreme speed and kind of have Justified to prep for beat up Pokemon, but I don't think beat up Pokemon are very prevalent in the Pokemon metagame, so I kind of doubt it'll be super useful, but still, I don't know, cool to add to the collection. Alright, yo, what's up? Got another catch, another alpha Pokemon on the Cool Duder account. Relaxed Nature is not great, but not terrible. Water Veil is also not the best, not the most insane hidden ability. It's not super relevant on Mantine, but Mantine's a really cool Pokemon and a really good competitive Pokemon in NU. So let's go ahead and check the stats, see if it's good. 31 defense. Oh, this is actually really good. Wow. I'm not even joking. Like 31 defense, 31 special attack, 20 plus in every other stat. This Mantine has every single stat that it needs. This is straight up. Like, it would be, like, not the best competitive Mantine since it's relaxed. Like, you do kind of want the speed stat, but this thing's actually ready to go. This is actually what I would call a competitive UT, which means untrained, which means it's just ready to go. That's awesome. That's a really great catch. Awesome to see. Now, the funny thing with this Mantine is that if you were to run it into competitive play, the best thing to do would actually be to ability pill it over to water absorb. So you would have an alpha Mantine make people think that it's water veil and then actually be water absorbed. So maybe they'd be tempted to throw up a water move into it, maybe a little more tempted. It's a very funny strat that I've heard thrown around. So I thought that was a cool idea. Alright, another day, another alpha swarm, and it looks like this one is alpha Nidorino. I did this one on my main account, and I was able to hop over with no Q, which is always awesome, but this thing was a pain to catch on my main account, so hopefully this catch is a lot easier. It's crazy because it doesn't really even have any sort of recovery. It would just get boosted up and just do insane damage with really nice coverage with Ice Beam, Drill Run, Poison Jab, and it ended up one-shotting me, and it got so frustrating even after I used some revives. So hopefully this encounter isn't too frustrating on the Cool Duder account. Well, I accidentally killed it. Let's go ahead and do a take number 2. There we go. Not too bad of a catch at all on the Cool Duder account, which is really, really lucky. Happy to see it. 31 attack, 31 special defense, 30 speed, 25 defense. Super happy with this. Really great catch. The nature's not great, but you know what? I'll take it. Just super decent. Alright, another alpha Pokemon in the alpha episode. Here we are catching Crawdon on the Cool Duder account. I'm going to try to flamethrower and weaken it down. Yeah, 36%. I'm pretty happy about that. Crawdon's actually a fantastic alpha because it's finally getting the adaptability ability, which is a really big deal. Now, unfortunately, I did happen to burn it on that flamethrower, so it's probably going to make this catch actually quite difficult, unfortunately, but we'll see what I can do. Now I can't put it to sleep, and I also can't false swipe down on 1 HP. This is going to be brutal. It might be worth to just honestly kill it and retry again. Alright, well the Crawdon has now Swords Dance twice and has had 2 natural boosts. So if he attacks anything, I'm dead. So I'm just going to keep trying to Timer Ball. It's running low on HP here. Maybe I can catch it. Probably not. I'll probably have to rebattle. Not a big deal. Alright, here is what I believe to be my last Pokeball attempt on it. So maybe it'll catch. Honestly, maybe? Nope, just kidding. See you guys next encounter. Okay, there's hope. He lived that burn at 1 HP, which I thought might have been possible, but I wasn't hoping on it. He's 1 HP. He's burned. Nope. Alright, based on my flamethrower damage, I'm going to go ahead and try to Eruption against him last turn. My flamethrower only did 36%, so Eruption shouldn't one-shot. 60% damage. That works out perfectly. I'll definitely take that. Well, I made a huge mistake. I let my Breloom Spore go down with this thing at 1 HP, and I just forgot I didn't have any more revives on this account, so I probably won't catch it. Yeah, so it's really sad. Thing got super boosted. So close, as you could definitely tell. I threw like 10 Timer Balls at this thing with it at literally 1.1% HP, and it just broke out immediately during most of them, so not really even that close. Guess attempt number 3 is what you got to do. Alright, gonna try essentially the same strat this time though. Eruption it to weaken it, Eruption it again and let my Typhlosion go down. Then bring in Breloom and try to clean up. I did buy 1 revive just in case. We'll see how this goes. Whew, that thing was a pain. That thing was a pain. Thankfully, I didn't have to use the revive, but that thing was a pain. Bold Nature is also terrible. Not the best stats, but you know what? We got ourselves an Adaptability Chronon. I'll take it. I actually really want to catch these guys as well, just to have that chance, because the hidden ability is super good, and this is the account that I want, and I want to make that extra poke in. The issue is, my catching problem is dead, but I actually brought the backup Parasect, just because it only has 4, but it doesn't even have False Swipe, which is really funny, but you know what? Let's go for it. I'll try to check some of these core fish. They're so low level at 14. Honestly, I might just be able to go ahead and just spore and maybe catch some of them with some Ultra Balls or Great Balls or something. First core fish caught. Oh, I actually got it. Oh, shit. First one. Wow. What? And it's 2 times 31? Wait, this core fish is nuts. It's 2 times 31 in like better stats plus 30 attack. That's incredible. That is an awesome catch. Are you kidding? 2 times 31 HA. That's fantastic. Awesome. Second core fish caught. Hidden ability question mark? Nope, but that's only fair. But we still did. Oh my goodness, these stats. Wow, 31 speed, 25 plus, 20 plus, and wow, that's incredible. Are you kidding me? What are these catches? That is really, really good. Has every stat that it needs. 31 speed's fantastic. 25, 27 plus attack. That's so good. Are you kidding me? That's literally just so good. I'm speechless. Alright, last core fish, I believe. This swarm was really good to me. I really can't even be wanting anything there. I'm not left wanting anything because, I mean, I just got so many good catches. I wanted to grab this Pokeball, but I accidentally encountered this trainer. Oops. Is this the trainer with the triple monkey? It's the trainer with the triple monkey. God damn it. Alright, another alpha on the Cool Duder account. Pretty excited to get this one. This might be actually one of the alphas I probably care the most about. Alpha Pinsir. This means another Moxie Pokemon in Pokemon. A new Moxie Pokemon being introduced in Pokemon is a really big deal. There's only 2 Moxie Pokemon prior to this, so I'm really excited. Seeing a low tier Pokemon like Pinsir get some love, I always love to see. So I'll see you guys with the catch, hopefully. Alright, attempt 1 didn't go so well. That's okay. Not a big deal. I'll just try again. Alright, on attempt number 2, I accidentally one-shot it with a Choice Specs Typhlosion. So, attempt number 3, here we come. Alright, for attempt number 3, I'm going to go ahead and try to Lava Plume this thing. It will be a chance to burn, which is scary, and then it's also only 10 base power less than Flamethrower, so it's a pretty good chance at just one-shots, but would you look at that? 99, please don't burn. 99.4 is perfect. That is so good. That is exactly, I literally hit it down to 1 HP. Now I can just bring in the Breloom. That was just an absolute perfect calculation. That is incredible. Also, the fact that it thiefed my Choice Spect means that it's now Choice Spect locked into Thief, so it can only use pretty much its weakest move, but it is getting some natural buffs wildly pretty frequently, so hopefully my Breloom can either outspeed here and Spore. I'm pretty sure it can't outspeed, but hopefully it can at least survive 1 attack, but I'm kind of scared with this thing at plus 3 attack. Please live at least 1 Thief. Okay, there we go. 77%, I will take it. That's pretty much all I needed. Hopefully from here on out, some Timer Balls can do the trick. Maybe I should have stalled a little bit longer, but I didn't want to let it get more boost with the attack, so let's see if Timer Balls work here. Absolutely perfect. First Timer Ball went ahead and got it. So really nice catch. Not too shabby. Still took 3 attempts, but definitely worth it. 31 attack, 31 defense, 25 plus speed. You know what? Can't be too upset about that. I'll definitely take it. All right, on to the next one. Just kidding. Before moving on to more alphas, I want to actually go ahead and catch these normal Pinsirs here to just risk that chance on Hidden Ability Pinsir because this is a really cool Hidden Ability Pokemon. So I think it's honestly worth it. We catch this first one. Comes out with Brave Nature, which isn't great. No IVs, no hidden ability. That's okay. On to the next. Okay, a cool thing about checking these Pinsirs is that at the start of the battle, you can actually see if they're Mold Breaker or not. So you can kind of see if they're Moxie or Mold Breaker. When I entered the battle with this one, it said the Wild Pinsir breaks the mold. So honestly, I'm going to go ahead and not waste my time. That's a really good thing to keep track of when doing other, I guess, alpha encounters like this in the future. If they have an ETB or enter the battlefield sort of ability that shows itself, it's a really good way to just check it really quick and just run off. It's just so fast, so efficient. Let's see if this guy Mold Breakers. We don't see a Mold Breaker, so maybe we'll have to check. Now, he could very well also just be Hyper Cutter and it just not show me the Mold Breaker. So he's either Hyper Cutter or Moxie. We just don't know yet. Alright, decently easy catch, although I did see a Guillotine get thrown at me, which was kind of scary, and it looks like he is Hyper Cutter, unfortunately, but you know what, not a big deal. Now it's time to go on to the next alpha, hopefully. Alright, another day, another alpha on Cool Duder. I'm heading over to Unova now to go ahead and pick up a Piloswine. That Ice Shard hurts, unfortunately, but Still might be possible to catch. I'm gonna have to bring in my Parasect and hopefully try to spore it. Hopefully he doesn't attack. If he EQs, I might be faster. Probably not. Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I don't know if there's any way I never lived there being able to spore this thing. This catch is gonna be tough. Alright, here's probably my last chance on a random timer ball, unless he goes for an Ice Shard, then I might live. I might live. Blastoise is kind of bulky, even though he's at +3 attack. If he EQs here, I'm probably dead. Yep. Ripperino, on to attempt number 2. Alright, that's so good. I was able to come back and catch him really, really quickly. I just Eruption with my Typhlosion to weaken him. Came in, spored, False Swipe, and these stats are pretty good, actually. Even though it's a female Piloswine, which isn't super desired. I don't think people care too much about Piloswine because Oblivious is actually probably the better ability. I don't know, it's kind of tough. I could see Thick Fat being relevant. Like, dodging fire type damage a little bit more on Piloswine definitely is super relevant. I don't know. I could see Thick Fat being quite good, honestly. So we'll see. Piloswine is actually a really good NU Pokemon. I don't see it being very desired at the moment on the GTL, but maybe it's because just not enough people play NU. Even though he's pretty good in NU, we can actually scroll down. 8% usage rate, 56% win rate. His win rate is always super high. He's actually being evaluated at the moment. I wonder if that's because of Thick Fat really helping him become a lot tankier. I wonder if they just temporarily banned him due to OU, due to the hidden ability release. It's interesting. It's crazy to see all these stuff being evaluated right now, but that's a really good alpha. I'm really curious to see what that will sell for. I'm going to go ahead and price check it and list it on the GTL now. Alright, another day, another alpha. I'm on my way over to an alpha Nidorino, which is fantastic because honestly, that's one of the best alphas that's come out so far. Sheer Force Nidoking is a big deal and a really powerful Pokemon, so hopefully we get some good IVs and a good catch. We also have had a ton of stuff selling on the GTL, so I'm excited to finally go through and do all the loot from all and see all the shmoney that has been brought in from the alpha episode. Now, I will say one of the best things about this encounter is that as a Nidorino, he actually has the Hustle ability and not Sheer Force, and then he goes on to learn Sheer Force as a Nidoking. I do believe, now I want to double check that to make sure I'm not misinforming you guys, but it's really important. Yeah, it does Hustle. So it's really cool because the alpha Pokemon can actually miss attacks coming at you, which can make the encounter a lot easier, which is a big deal. Making all of its moves 80% accuracy can definitely help when catching the Pokemon. Alright, I caught the Nidorino on my main account on literally the first timer ball with him at 1 HP and asleep, so it only makes sense that he gets around 5 boosts on the alt account in around 8 turns and sweeps through my whole team. I was able to throw, I think, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 timer balls at him, 1 HP and asleep, and it couldn't catch. And you know what? That's just really the dice roll. I think it's really prevalent how difficult these alphas are to catch, and I think everyone is feeling how tough they are. So if you're out there struggling with these alphas, you know, don't feel alone. It's everyone. They're really, really tough. Please catch. Rest in peace. I can't believe he actually boosted all the way to +6. This was within like 10 turns or so. That is crazy RNG. Alright, that's just how the dice roll. Looks like I'm gonna have to. He's even trying to go to +7. Are you kidding me? Looks like I will have to try this one again. Alright, attempts number 2, here we go. Alright, here we are with him, 1 HP and asleep once again. Let's see how it goes this time. A first timer ball, just like the main account. Love to see it. Any stats on this thing? Let's check it out. Naive Nature is actually quite good. These stats are fine. Obviously, you're missing the attack stat, which is pretty relevant on this thing, but having the nature and having, you want to go mixed. Like, going mixed on this thing is definitely totally fine. You're looking for 31 attack, 31 special attack, 31 speed, in my opinion, so that's fantastic. You know what? I will definitely take that. Another day, another alpha. We have an alpha Butterfree today to catch over here in Pattern Bush in Kanto. And as you can tell in the chat, I definitely didn't already accidentally kill it. Alright, it's actually my 5th attempt here because I keep accidentally killing this thing. Turns out, Butterfree is kind of a fragile Pokemon. Okay, continuing to have a really hard time with this thing. On to attempt number 6, number 7? I think number 6. Okay, well, on to attempt number 7. Alright, so I'm like 30 timer balls deep, about to get wiped and get on my 8th encounter. What are the odds this Butterfree just destroys me over and over again? What do we think? Looking like 100%, boys, not gonna lie. I wasn't even looking because I had just consigned myself, I guess, to never catch this Butterfree. But we got it, and Modest Nature is pretty good, so let's see what the stats are. 31 special attack, 31 speed, Modest Nature. I mean, I know it's a Butterfree, but that is pretty freaking perfect. That's awesome. So you know what? At least happy to get this catch over with, and Tinted Lens is a pretty good ability. Another day, another alpha. This time it's Clefairy here in Mount Moon. Wish me luck. Hey, not too bad of a catch. Actually, pretty surprised by that one at Alpha Cleffa to the Pokedex. 2 times 31, 28 defense. I'll take it. Definitely not bad IVs. 31 HP is pretty, or 31 attack, sorry. 31 attack is pretty irrelevant. Unfortunately, 31 HP is solid. Honestly, not a great Clef now that I'm looking over it, but Relaxed Nature is actually pretty decent. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably not going to use it. You know, Unaware Unaware is quite good, but Magic Guard's just so good. Probably one of the best abilities in the game, if not the best. So I feel like you always go Magic Guard on Clef, even though Unaware is now an option. It's early. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Another day, another alpha, and we actually do have another Qwilfish to catch. Now, Qwilfish is actually a pretty good catch here, specifically because I'm looking for a male Qwilfish because I'm actually super waiting for them to add Moxie Gyarados, Hidden Ability Alpha, Magikarp or Gyarados, because it'd be really, really nice to have Qwilfish to be able to breed with that. Now, Qwilfish is a pretty low price-wise alpha for the time being, but it's mostly because there's very few, if any. I remember that when Qwilfish was released as an alpha, it was the only alpha in the Water B egg group. Now, I haven't been super active over the past couple days, so there might be another Water B Pokemon that's been added. I'm not totally sure. I'd have to run through and kind of check everything. I don't know. Sharpedo might be Water B. I don't know if Floatzel. No, Floatzel's not. So it's interesting to see. I'm not seeing any Water Bs. I mean, still, it'd be interesting to see, I guess, if there's any other Water Bs. If you guys see one just off a glance, let me know. If not, Qwilfish might still be the only Water B Pokemon, which would be a big deal because it means only Qwilfish can breed with itself, and you want to be able to have alphas or other alphas that Qwilfish can breed with to create that market value in the breeding, you know, how the breeding economy works and everything. So I'm gonna try to catch this thing and stop rambling. Well, an unfortunate crit took out the Qwilfish, so hopefully we have time for an attempt number 2. I did come to this Alpha Swarm pretty late, so I might be pushing it. Alright, attempt number 2 is a go. Alright, I actually managed to get a Quick Claw proc and get a Spore off with my Parasect, which is a really big deal at this point in the Qwilfish's catch. It's got +3 at every stat, it's 15% HP, it's Spored, I've Timer Balled it many, many times. I feel like I've got to be close to the catch. This is probably around turn 8 to 11 or so, 8 to 10, so Timer Ball is definitely towards, if not already at. It might already be at, I'm pretty sure it's already at. Its max catch rate at 4 times, so wish me luck. Unfortunately, he did wake up, poison jabbing my Parasect into Oblivion. Not looking good on this catch, unfortunately. I tried my best. Hilariously enough, I don't know if I've ever seen this text. If you try to throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon who's bounced up into the air by the move bounce, it says it's no good. It's impossible to aim at a Pokemon that's not in sight. I've actually never seen that, so I don't know, kind of interesting. Alright, here's my absolute last chance. I was able to weaken it a little bit. Nope, not even close. This thing immediately is going to break out and destroy my Dragonite. Attempt number 3 if we still have time. That is unfortunate. That is the first time that I've unfortunately missed out on an alpha due to the timing. It's my own mistake. I mean, I just got home from vacation, set up my computer, rushed over to it, and I missed it. That's okay. That happens. A little painful, a little frustrating, but you know what? Not a big deal. Alright, another day, another alpha, and today we're actually walking away with an Alpha Lucario, which is a pretty cool one. Now, Alpha Lucario doesn't have the best ability, in my opinion, Justified. It actually does have some really interesting strategy, I guess, around it in doubles, where you can beat up the Lucario with a Whimsicott, which is pretty funny. So here we go, Timid Nature, 2 times 31 in HP and Special Defense. Nothing crazy, nothing special. You really want those offensive stats, but you know what? Can't complain. And thus the alpha episode comes to a close. Here's all the spoils, all of the earnings, everything that happened throughout this episode. Now, there's still a ton of alphas that haven't sold. As you can see, a huge majority of them just haven't sold. And that's because of everything that's been going on. The alpha rush, the alpha, the alpha panic, the alpha hype. There's been so much surrounding it. So prices have been actively adjusting and changing throughout this whole experience. And if you played Pokemon during the alpha launch, I think you experienced a really cool time, and I'm really excited to have experienced this time so heavily, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I didn't mean to do an entire episode dedicated to this, but it just worked out that way. So hopefully you guys still enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future Pokemon content, daily uploads. Check out my streams here on YouTube at 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. You can also check out the Discord link down below, which is actively calling out these alpha swarms, which is awesome. And then finally, if you want to go above and beyond and support the streams, there are links, or the videos and streams, there are links down below to do so, like PayPal and Venmo. And I appreciate any support. It goes a long way. Thank you all so much. Have a great day, and best of luck on your alpha swarms. Hey, thanks for watching till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And if your name is on here, I appreciate you even a little more. Thank you so much to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports the channel financially. It allows me to do what I do and just focus on making the best Pokemon content possible. So thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Peace.